Yes. Yes, yes. Go ahead and ask your questions.
All right. The first question says, why did Mary ask Jesus to make wine at the wedding at Canaan?
So the question is, why did Jesus ask uh why did Mary ask Jesus to make wine?
Yes.
Why did right? So because the wine was finished. So that is the answer. But the question, we know that is more than that. Is why did, because Jesus was not the host. He was one of those that were invited. Because you see on the early scriptures, it will be saying Jesus and his disciples were also invited. So Mary and the family were invited as a family, but Jesus was not invited under Mary's family. So he was invited, but with his disciples. So there was two invitations for this Jesus and his disciple and Mary or Joseph's family. So uh, so why was it necessary, or why? What prompted the mother to go and ask the wine from Jesus? Because he was not the host, was not part of the family that was hosting. He was not related. We are not told he was related. So it was not his business, really. But let's see what the gospel has to say. Let's read the scripture. It's John 2, yeah? Let's go to
Yeah.
John 2. Let's just read that so that I may have the starting point.
John 2. John 2, verse 1. From verse 1 it says, and the third day there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the marriage.
You see now.
And when,
Yes, so there was invitation for Mary and invitation for who?
Jesus and the disciples,
Yes.
that's what it says, and when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus said unto him, they have no wine. That's what says, Jesus said unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come.
That's the main thing. My hour is not yet come. So
That's why I
now,
say,
so yes, so let's stop there. We we just want that. So you will see that why did Jesus, why did the mother of Jesus ask Jesus? The answer is that what Jesus used to do was he used to plant questions in people's mind so that he can preach the gospel. Because his life here, he was here to preach. So Jesus was not preaching using his mouth only. His life was preaching. So everything that is recorded, someone said that there were many weddings, but only this one. We don't know. Maybe he attended other weddings. We don't know, but we are told that he attended this one and he did his first miracle on this one. So that means this wedding, it was one of those situations whereby Jesus set it up so that he can preach the gospel. So It was not just a wedding. Yes, it was just a wedding. The people who were doing their wedding, they were doing their wedding, but it's, it's the Lord who made them to do that wedding at that time, so that he's going to be invited, his disciples and the mother. He made sure that they invited the mother, they invite everyone who has to be there. If you read Romans chapter 9, it says, who can resist his will? So the Lord can plant a question in you. So all those questions that we read in the Bible, in the second chapter, in chapter 3, you'll hear about Nicodemus. He's asking about what should I do to be born again? Should I return? So those questions were planted by the Lord so that he can elaborate on salvation. Imagine if Nicodemus did not ask that question. Just imagine, because Jesus was not preaching like, well, like what we do now, that we bring a sermon. No, people used to ask questions, or situations used to preach. Situations will prompt a teaching. So you will create an environment for a certain message. You see now? Yes. So that question was not Mary's question. No, it was Jesus' question. So Jesus is the one who put that into Mary. And when Mary, to see that it was supernatural, it was spiritual. When Mary came to Jesus, Jesus did say, "What are you saying, Mama?" He said, "Woman." And his mother didn't say, "Who are you saying the woman to?" You see now. So Jesus used to create those environments in order to pass the message that he wanted to pass. Because this was his first miracle. He was demonstrating that my work is beginning. So what is your work? Is to bring a new wine. So wine is symbolic to the to the Testament, whether the Old Testament or the New Testament. But the Testament, the symbol for for a testament is wine. Why wine? Wine is a symbol for blood. Why blood? Because if you read Exodus 24 from verse 2 to verse 9, you will see that when Moses started his Old Testament, he used the blood. The altar needs blood. When Christ started his testament, the altar of Golgotha, it needed blood. But we know that the altar was not the altar of Golgotha, it was the altar of heaven. We know that. But now, so this is the position of so God used to create those. So everything that was happening and it was recorded, Jesus used to prompt all those things. He used to plant questions in people's mind. That's why you read the scripture and you say, knowing what they perceive in their heart. So Jesus used to even to respond when people have not said anything. He say, no, I know what they are thinking right now. What are they thinking? Then he tells them exactly what they are thinking. Remember, he created these people. He can see anything. You don't have to say anything for him to see. So he can cause you to do whatever he wants you to do. Let's read. What are we talking about now? Okay, let's read Romans 9 quickly.
Romans 9.
Yes. Let's read Romans 9. I want you to read Romans 9. I want you to read Romans 9 from verse 9.
From verse 9, it says, "For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son."
Yes, verse 12.
Verse 12 says, "It was said unto her, the older shall serve the younger."
Yes, verse 14.
Verse 14 says, "What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?"
Yes, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? Because God is now doing favors. He is loving the younger. He is hating this one before he is born. What shall we say? Yes, verse 16.
16 says, "So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy."
Yes, what is the scripture saying about Pharaoh in verse 17?
17 says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth."
Yes, verse 18.
18 says, "Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth."
Yes, so God can do anything with your heart. He chooses. If he wants you not to believe, he can harden your heart. If he wants you to believe, he can soften your heart. He changes your heart. Take away the heart of stone and put the heart of flesh. Yes. Verse
19
19.
says, 19 says, thou will say then unto me, why do he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
Who has resisted his will? You can't resist what he wants to do about you. If he wants you to jump, you jump.
Yeah.
You see now, if he wants you to be a good boy, you'll be a good boy right now. If he wants you to be a bad boy, you'll be a bad boy right now. Who can resist his will? Yes.
20 says, Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus?
I think that the reason why I read this scripture again, I was going to read another scripture, but the reason why I read the scripture, a few minutes ago, I received something from my friend. I received some video of this other man preaching in South Africa. So he's telling the high level of blasphemy. The man is saying, he's questioning God, that why he's a pastor. He's got a big following. He's saying people have become too soft. Why are you not complaining to God? Why are you not questioning Him and say, where were you looking at when people are dying in the wars and like this, like this? We don't want to worship a God like this. You have got power to save us. Why are you not saving us? But
Oh my God.
so, and the people are clapping hands. But no, people are not clapping hands. I saw on the comments people are supporting him. Those who were there, they did not clap hands at all. Then he started to attack them and say, "Why are you not responding? Because we are scared and all that, all that." But so I sent my friend immediately this scripture. This scripture answers everything. I've explained this scripture many times. God created us. We did not create ourselves. We did not deserve. God does not owe anyone anything. You know, if you're going to understand what I'm going to say now, your life will be changed forever. Understand this thing. God created people. When he looks at the people, he sees things. He sees things. The difference between people and a believer is that a believer has an image of God. A believer has God inside of him. So God does not respect a believer. He respects what is in the believer. When we remove what is inside a believer, that person is just a thing before God. I repeat, God is looking at you, he sees a thing until he deposits the spirit of his son inside of you. Then he sees his son inside of you. That's why there's a difference. When God looks at you, he sees a thing. But people, I don't know where they're taking it. It's not scriptural. But they think that there's something in this world. They think they can challenge God and say, why did I die when I'm 30 years old? It's premature death. Who said it is premature death? Who said you're going to live longer? Jesus died at 33. Was it a premature death? God can do anything with his things. Let's read the scripture. It will tell you that you are a thing before God. Yes. Read further.
Verse 21 says, Had not the potter power over the clay
So
of the same lump?
the potter is God. He's got power over what he has created. We are the clay. He created the clay. The potter has power over. He can do anything with the clay. It's his clay. It's his things. Yes.
Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor,
So with
and
the
another
same
unto
lump of
dishonor.
clay, he can make a vessel and say, this person, I'm making this person, he is going to be an honorable person. Or this one is going to be saved. This one is going to be destroyed. Yes.
22 says, But if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
So what if God is willing to show his anger on earth? God can say, I want to show people on earth that I'm angry right now. People has to die. So who is dying at that moment is what he calls, what Paul calls vessels of destruction, fitted or made or created for that purpose. He says, what if God, willing to show his wrath, his anger, and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, fitted to be killed? So when God says, I'm going to kill all the firstborns, where is he going to get these firstborns to kill? Do you think he's going to say, I'm killing my people? I don't know. I created this. No, he created those knowing that these ones, they will die as firstborns when Pharaoh is stubborn. After all, it is his things. Read further, you'll see.
23 says, And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Yes.
24 says, Even as whom he hath called not of the Jews only, but also for the Gentiles.
You see now. So I want you to understand this. I want you to understand. I want you to go back to verse 18. I want you to read from verse 18.
Okay. Verse 18 says, Therefore has he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
Yes, verse 19.
Verse 19 says, Thou wilt say then unto me, Why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
Read verse 20.
Verse 20 says, Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Paul is asking, he said, once you start to ask these questions and say, why is he doing it like this? Why is he killing us? Why is he saying, who are you to reply against God? Who are you? Who are you? You're asking questions. You say, but we are people. How can it be? Who are you? Yes.
Shall the thing formed say to
Shall
him that formed
a
it?
thing formed say? Shall a thing formed say? Shall a thing formed say? Why did you make me like? Why are you killing me? What if he made you to kill you at that day, at that time? Imagine you make your vessels. You say, this one, when I'm happy today, I want to destroy this one. Then after making that vessel, then when it's time to destroy that vessel, you try to destroy it, you smash it down. Then the vessel say, why are you destroying me? Isn't it I made you to destroy you like this? Shall a thing, read it again.
It says, O but, O man, who art thou shalt reply
Who
against
are
God?
you to reply against God?
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus?
Shall a thing formed say to the one who made it, a thing, it? He's talking about people, but he say, shall a thing say to the one who made it? And he's referring to people. Then he say, can a thing ask the owner and say, why did you make me like this? We must ask God, why are we poor? Why are we like this? Why are we black? Why are we white? We shall ask him. He decided. He wants it like, who are you? After all, if he wanted, he wasn't going to even create you. He did you a favor. And he wasn't even doing you a favor. He was doing himself. It's for his pleasure. You are just a thing. And someone says we must ask God why is he killing many people with the war. The man is foolish, and he calls himself a preacher. Now we're not talking about that now. So can you see that this scripture, it tells you that God can do anything about us? You see,
Yes.
so Jesus could deposit the questions. He can make you act the way he wants you to act. You see now, God he created us knowing what he's creating. It's not a mistake. God is perfect. He created a criminal, a thief, knowing that this one is a thief for this one. Let him go to earth, they will shoot him and die. In that process, he is preaching something. He's trying to tell us that this earth is imperfect. They are thieves. How will we know that this earth is imperfect, they are thieves, if there are no thieves? Imagine how we'll know that there are false prophets in this world if there is no false prophets. As you think right now that everyone is preaching the truth. Yes. So God used to create those situations. Let's look at another incident in John 9 that will prove to us that yes, indeed, these things, they were not coincidence. They were ordained in heaven already. They were just manifesting on earth. Yes. From verse 1.
John 9 from verse 1, it says, And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither has this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him.
You see now. So
Yeah.
this man was made like that in heaven. God made that man for that day, for that specific day. Imagine. All those years, the man is born blind, waiting for that. Who made you is God. It's me who made him like this, so that I meet him today. You see, this man existed on earth before Jesus came, blind. So Jesus made him and sent him and say, okay, I'm about to go. I'll go this year. I'll go here. So this man must be born here in this area. So in this such a day. So that day when he was walking to meet it's Jesus who said, wake up. But him, he didn't hear anything. He just felt like, oh, let me go to town and buy bread. But it was ordained by Jesus. Jesus is the one who caused him to do that so that they meet and say, yeah, why is this man blind? No, it's me who made him blind so that I meet him today. So all those questions that people were asking, Mary was asking, Jesus planted them in their mind. Planted those questions in their mind. Okay, let's go to question 2.